last video I told about food chain. Once again I explain that food chain is nothing but flow of food energy from one organism to the next and to the next and so on. Okay, and they start from the producer and end with the carnivore. Okay, in a food chain an organism gets food from one group of organism. Okay, then this is an example of food chain. Grass is eaten by deer. Grass is the producer, deer is the first primary consumer, lion is the second consumer. Then in second example, grass is the producer, eaten by insect, eaten by frog, frog eaten by snake. And third, grass eaten by moth, moth eaten by frog, frog eaten by snake, and next is hawk. See, the topmost consumers are also called as apex predators. Now, what is the meaning of apex predators? Apex predators means those who are not eaten by any other organisms. They are called as apex predators. Okay, so these are the examples of food chain. Now, when many food chains get interconnected, that interconnection is called as food web. It is called as food web. This is an example of food web where many are interconnected with each other. Now, each step in a food chain is called as trophic level, and the first trophic level starts with producers. Second trophic level, primary consumers, then secondary consumers, tertiary, and finally it will be apex predator. Okay. Now, one more thing, children. As we go above the food chain, the energy will be less, the energy will be reduced, but the population also gets reduced. Okay, you should remember the population also get reduced. Producers will be larger in number, primary consumers will be less in number, secondary will be more less, and finally the smallest population will be of the tertiary and the apex predators. Okay, this I told about energy flow in trophic level. Only 1% of solar energy is absorbed by the green plants, absorbed by the green plants, and then used for making photosynthesis. 90% is lost in the environment, and only 10% is to pass to the next trophic level. Okay, so that is called a 10% law. Okay. Now, one more important concept, that is biological magnification. Now, what is biological magnification? Along with the food, we also consume harmful chemicals like insecticides and pesticides. Okay, that comes from that are used. What for they are used? They are used for protecting the crops from insects and pests. So these are absorbed by plants and they enter the food chain. Okay, and this food chain, when they enter the food chain, their concentration increases. Like producers, it will be less. Then for primary consumer will be having more. Again secondary consumer will be having more. Again next consumer will be having more. So there is accumulation of these chemicals. Okay, and these are non-biodegradable. Since they are non-biodegradable, they get accumulated at every trophic level and their concentration increases. And we, the human beings, occupy the highest trophic level. So the concentration of these chemicals is highest in our body. And this increase in the concentration of harmful chemicals in the bodies of organisms at higher trophic level is called as biological magnification. Okay, the increase in the concentration of harmful chemicals in the body of organism is called as biological magnification. Energy, when it goes from one trophic level to another trophic level, it decreases. Okay, only 10% of energy is transferred, but these chemicals, they get accumulated at each trophic level. What is the reason for the accumulation? For example, if I take pond ecosystem, okay, suppose a mercury is there in the pond or in the water, sea water. Now this phytoplanktons, they absorb that mercury, and then when the small fishes eat these mercuries, they will when the small fishes eat the plants, the mercury will be transferred to the small fish. The small fish won't be eating only one plant, it will be eating many plants. Okay, so many plants, whatever is there in concentration will be get accumulated in the small fish. Now the small fish is eaten by large fish. The large fish won't be eating only one small fish, it will be eating many fishes. So the concentration of many fishes goes into the large fish. Now this large fish is eaten by again larger fish. Then the concentration will again increase, because it won't be eating only one large fish, it may be eating many large fish. So the accumulation of these chemicals gets increased or gets accumulated at each trophic level, and this increase in the concentration of harmful chemicals in the body of organism at highest trophic level is called as biological magnification. Okay, this is showing biological magnification through food chain. Next topic is depletion of ozone layer. Everyone is knowing what is ozone. Ozone is nothing but it is a triatomic molecule of oxygen, and this ozone layer is formed at the stratosphere level. Okay, and you all know the importance of ozone layer. It protects the earth from UV radiations. It protects the earth from UV radiation. But let me tell you how this ozone layer is formed. In the atmosphere, stratosphere layer, we have free oxygen as well as oxygen gas. Okay, when this oxygen gas splits due to UV radiation, the oxygen gas will split into oxygen, naked oxygen. We call it as naked oxygen. Oxygen molecule atoms. It will split into oxygen atoms, and when these oxygen atoms combine with oxygen gas, ozone is formed. And ozone is a poisonous gas. Ozone is a poisonous gas. But when it is present in the stratosphere, it is very important because it protects us from the radiation of UV. It protects us from harmful UV radiation which can cause skin cancer or skin diseases in human beings, and it will also affect the plant and animal growth. Okay. So, but how this ozone layer is depleting? The ozone layer is damaged by chemicals like chlorofluorocarbons that are used in refrigerators and fire extinguishers. So, now it has been reduced. The use of CFCs have been reduced to protect the ozone layer. Okay, this is the formation of ozone layer stratosphere. Ozone hole has been created on the earth, atmosphere earth. Everyone knows about this. Next topic is how do we manage the garbage we produce. Garbage is nothing but the household waste that is produced. That is called as garbage. Some may be biodegradable, some may be non-biodegradable. So garbage can cause pollution. So how should we manage our garbage? So there are some methods of managing the garbage. So landfills means the waste is dumped. The waste is dumped in a low-lying area and then it is covered with soil. That is called as landfills. Recycling, everyone knows what is recycling. Production of biogas and manure also, that is preparation of compost. That also everyone knows how to do that. Then incineration. Incineration means the waste is heated in a closed container at a very high temperature and then it is reduced to ashes. So the volume of the garbage is reduced to a very low level. That is called as incineration, and the closed container is called as incinerator. It is called as incinerator. And the last one is sewage treatment. Everyone knows how the sewage treatment is done. So these are the various methods of managing the garbage, and here the chapter ends. So whatever doubt you have, go through the video first. Still if you have doubt, ask me on my personal number. Okay, so next I'll give the notes of this chapter next day. Thank you.